We'll talk about syntax highlighting in QML, Qt QML. So here instead of Qt, we are now it's a Python era. So we'll say py side and QML. So if I have a text editor in QML, then how we can highlight syntaxes in the file. So it is a way to kind of write your own kind of IDE, and it is better than an IDE because you have customization in your hand. Like I want all QML files to be highlighted in a certain manner. I want all Python files to be highlighted in certain manner. So I can use any editor where .py file, if it says, then it can highlight in certain manner and QML. What about if I want to push my own highlighting? That is one scenario. Another scenario is that among the Python file, how I can differentiate the highlighting. Like one scenario can be, I have many artificial intelligence or machine learning Python files. Okay, and a few files are nearest neighborhood. That is the algorithm, or we have other machine learning algorithm like neural network. So a Python file with nearest neighbor, I have a Python file with neural network, and I have a file with other algorithm. Okay, so how different Python files with different algorithm in machine learning should show differently. So in that way, how we can achieve syntax highlighting? Whatever I want, I have to highlight in that fashion. So that we'll see how we can achieve through py side 6 and QML. So it's quite easy, and we'll also see. Continuing the discussion on syntax highlighting in QML. QML types like text edit or text area. Okay, so how syntax highlighting can happen if someone writes the code, open a file, or he modifies the code. Okay, so this is Linux Mint. We'll go topic by topic, line by line. Syntax highlighting in QML. This is what we'll see. So py side 6 and QML, that is the idea now. Text edit supports syntax highlighting. So if we see QML diagram, UML diagram, not QML. Search for text edit. This is 6.0. So text edit is a class that supports, and it is an item. Text edit is an item, and this is the UML diagram of text edit. And if we see, then there is one class that derives from text edit, and if we really magnify, it happens to be text area. So this is the hierarchy: text area, then text edit, and then these two provides syntax highlighting, and they have a attribute called text document. This attribute is responsible for exposing the text to the syntax highlighter. So we will see this. Text edit supports syntax highlighting. On Py side, Qt side, Q syntax highlighter. So this is a kind of Qt class. Text edit is QML. That is what we want. That QML text edit should highlight the text. And on Qt side, this is Q syntax highlighter, would implement the actual logic. We'll see how with chain of responsibility, multiple file can be supported, like Python, QML, C++. In Python itself, 5 different things, like one is for database, one is for artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence itself, Bayes theorem and neural network, nearest neighborhood, and so many. So the idea is that file formatting should happen for everyone. Chain of responsibility, the design pattern that will be used for multiple file type formatting. That is the idea. So this is where text edit lives. Text edit and text area, these two guys supports syntax highlighting. In text edit, text document supports. Okay, little bit we'll see the class hierarchy. Now, if we see the QML side, I have a text edit and it has 3 interfaces. One is text document. So text document is the interface that makes the beginning, and on Py side we have Q syntax highlighter. Q syntax highlighter is a class that is kind of provides a way to highlight the text. It has few functions: highlight block, set document, and set format. These 3 functions are responsible for doing the magic. So if someone really needs to write his custom highlighter, he needs to derive from Q syntax highlighter. When derivation happens, he needs to override these functions, and then magic would happen. So first one is from the QML side, text edit. Text document is exposed, and that here is a text document, what we see text document on QML side. So here set document will be called with that text document. This is first one. Second one is again from QML side. If someone is making text change or text that the text that need to be highlighted, the text will come, and a function called highlight block will get called, and their text will come as reference text that needs to be highlighted. Finally, set format is called, and set format is a function that needs to be called in a highlight block. And this third guy, that is from syntax highlighter to text document. So this finally set format will contain the grammar for highlighting. It will contain the classes which will have colors and those things, and it will come back to text edit. So that is the idea. How it happens? So in text edit, when we have a text, that text comes on highlight block function as text. Suppose this is the text. Text is from py side sys qt GUI import q GUI application as gf. This is the text that is coming. That is, I think that is the first line here, and that text is mapped against few patterns. Patterns means regular expression. So there is one regular expression that is matching from, import, as, because these are the keywords. Once it is matching it, then someone has to instantiate two things. One is regular expression that would match some words in the text, and the highlighting class, that is QText format. It has functions like set background color and italics and text color and so many things. So this is coloring and this is searching. It will search, one guy will search and another guy would do the actual formatting. So that will come in a function called set format. So three functions we talked: highlight block, set document. First set document need to be set to text document. Text document will come from text edit class here. Second is, this is the callback. Highlight block is a callback where text will come. This is the text. Against each text, a pattern and formatter, both this pair need to be applied, and wherever pattern is applied, for that pattern begin and end, where that pattern begins, so it would begin, it would match three places. This is the begin, this is the end, this is the begin, this is the end, and this is the begin, this is. So three places this pattern is matching. All three places set format will be called with begin and end. And what is the actual graph, what is the actual painting that needs to be done on the text background? It will be bold, italic, what is foreground, background, whatsoever. That will happen in QText char format. Similarly, there is another pattern, pattern 2, and accordingly there is another text char format, and that would match, that is matching this one and this one. So two times the set format will get called with a begin and end. So this is how formatting happens, and once this is done, set format is called, then highlight block would return, and then it will take a path, third one, and in this path actually highlighting happens. We can use, if we have multiple files, I have a Python file, QML file, CPP file. In Python also there are many Python files. As I talked artificial intelligence, in that also there are so many. So how we can highlight each file separately in unique fashion. So for that we can have so many, if really we want, then we can have so many derivation of Q syntax highlighter. If I have 20 different type of file to be highlighted, I can have 20 Q syntax highlighter. Okay, but it will be very big, and that much is not required. We can go for a design pattern called chain of responsibility, where classes will be formed in a chain like Py, QML and CPP and so many, and then responsibility will be provided on the first in the chain. If it handles, then probably it would chain would end. If does not handle, it will go to QML. If it does not handle, it will go to CPP. If it does not handle, then there won't be any syntax highlighting. Otherwise, whoever handles it, it will say yes. And whatever, each class will have its own pattern and this. So we can have a dictionary where a key is a tuple of pattern and QTextChar format. So many pattern, accordingly we have so many key and pair, key pair. So one class will contain a separate key pair. This is another separate key pair. This is another separate key pair. And once it is decided which class would handle, its key pair would be applied and syntax highlighting would happen. How it looks like this? See, this is typical QML code where few keywords has been highlighted. This is Python code that keywords has been highlighted, and it is so easy to pick a keyword and highlighting it that anyone can just write in 1 hour for one file, or probably in half an hour, or maybe in 15 minutes. It's that simple if we follow the design pattern and so. So that is the idea. Okay, in more kind of discrete way or in a modular way, QML has a text edit. First is text document. It goes to set document, and then on text change, if text is changing, text comes in and it goes to highlight block. Highlight block finally sets the format. So this way highlighting happens. That's it. So as per the slides, we will actually write the code and we'll see if it really works. So we will start with the text edit right side. We'll start from here. And I think there is no slide for in between. That is, there is a third thing that will come, that is py side and QML, and one is main.py, which would call QML create a type. So it will create a type, and then exactly it would be QML register type, and that would register and that type would be available on this side. Okay, so we'll start the code. First we'll develop QML. First we develop the QML side, then we'll develop Python side. We'll create a directory syntax highlighting. Okay, so it is empty. So we want text edit, like if I right click, I'll get option to open a file, and there will be another option to highlight or not to highlight. So switch off, switch on also we can do. We'll say my text area. So we'll use text area. It is even better. That would come here. Text area that derives from text edit. Text area. Text edit, it has more functions. So we'll use text area. My text area.qm. Import qt. Quick. Import qt. Quick dot. This is for text area. Import qt labs dot platform. This is for file dialog. We will import file IO, because we need to read a file, and we will import. These are the files that we will write or will copy, because we have already a discussion on file IO. Syntax highlighter. So this is the class that we will write in Python on left. After this, we have a scroll view, so we can scroll the file and we'll set some width. Now we'll have a text area. This is what we are talking. ID is text area ID. Focus equal to true. Okay, we'll have one property bool. We want to switch on, switch off the highlighting also. So we'll have bool kind of highlight bool equal to. Right now, at the beginning, it would be false. And then we will have point size as 22. Now we'll have a mouse area, because we want right click, and it would be kind of anchors.fill parent. Accepted buttons is Qt right button. Now we have on clicked. If someone clicks it, this is a new grammar. If mouse dot button equal to Qt right button, if this is the case, then open the menu. So we will have a menu later. Menu id dot open. That's it. Mouse area closed. Now we will have okay. Now file IO we will instantiate, which is responsible for file IO ID for IO operation to open a file. This file we have already developed, so we'll copy it. Now we'll have a menu. Menu ID. Okay, I think open is a function. Okay, so now we'll continue. Menu ID text equal to QSTR. Now we will open a file. I think in menu we cannot. Okay, so menu is like this, and we'll have a menu item. And menu item would be the text. So we are here now. Inside a menu there is a menu item that is open, and then we'll say on triggered. If open is triggered, what would happen? Now afterwards we'll have a file dialog. File dialog that would, so we'll set file mode equal to file dialog dot open file, and then we'll say file dialog id dot open. So this is the code. Inside menu we have menu item open, and if it is triggered, then file dialog, file mode, open file, and file dialog is open. Now we can close the menu item. Another menu item we can have, text would be highlighting, highlight. On triggered, if it is triggered, then we can have, so we will have a syntax highlighter down the line and file dialog. So we can say syntax highlighter id trigger dot set document, and here we will set text area id dot text document, and we'll set highlight. We have declared one variable, highlighter bool. I think that is the variable name. Property highlight bool, highlighter bool, highlight bool, and text document okay. So text area text document, set document text area id text document highlight bool. That's it. So this is the code. Now this is second menu item, which would highlight based upon the highlight bool. So right now it is false. So what we can do here is highlight bool equal to not highlight bool. So every time we click on highlight, it would trigger opposite way. So that is the code, and it is now menu item. Time to close it. So this is the code. Now we'll close the menu. We'll have file dialog. ID is file dialog ID. On accepted, if file dialog is okay or something, if we press, then we have to say on. Okay, so on accepted, if it is accepted, we'll copy the same thing what it is in on triggered. Or we can type in. So once it is accepted, we'll say again syntax highlighter id dot set document text area id dot text document highlightable and text area id dot text is read from the file IO id dot read, and here we have to give the file name, but it is a URL, so we'll convert we'll remove the beginning, this one, to this, and file dialog id dot file REI. Okay, so on accepted over, file dialog over. Now we'll just syntax highlighter id syntax highlighter id close, text area close, so we'll open this file. On accepted, I'll just do the indentation little nicely. Okay, so I'll open the code again. Import Qt control, import labs platform, file IO, syntax highlighter, a scroll view, text area, focus, highlight bool, font size, mouse area, accept, right button, and if right button is clicked, menu open, file IO, menu is menu ID, that is open, and text is open, on triggered, file dialog ID, file mode is open file and open, menu is highlight, and if it is triggered, then syntax highlighter ID dot set document. So syntax highlighter will write, and text document we are placing, and highlight bool is not highlight bool. So menu is done, file dialog, if it is clicked OK, then syntax highlighter ID set document, same thing we are repeating, highlight block bool, and we are reading the text from the file. File is file dialog id dot file, whatever file we choose from the file dialog, that file, and we are removing the beginning file colon and then hyphen forward slash, and then we are reading the file in the text. So text area would get populated here. File dialog and syntax highlighter ID, syntax highlighter ID. So simple. Now I think it should be okay. Syntax highlighter ID, syntax highlighter ID, syntax highlighter ID, syntax highlighter. Okay. So one file is done. We can open this file here in presentation area. Now we temp syntax highlighter, one file we have written, and this is the file. This is what we have written right now. Okay, so this is the file, scroll view, text area. So this is also through syntax highlighting only. We are showing the keywords, and mouse area, file IO, menu, and file IO. So quickly we showed the file, and now in the presentation area we will develop syntax highlighter. So this portion will develop now, this portion. Now we'll have another file. Now we have only one file. Syntax highlighter dot Python we'll start with importing the packages modules. So first we'll import RE, import from pyside 6.qt core, import qt and slot. From pyside 6.qt GUI, import q syntax highlighter, q color, q font, q text char format. From pyside 6 qt quick, we will import q quick text document. All are explained. Class syntax highlighter derives from q syntax highlighter. So we are now deriving the way the design is, q syntax highlighter, and here we'll have def super syntax highlighter self dot init parent. Okay, so this is the code. Now we will, so next is in our design, next would be we'll declare one okay, so pattern and q text format, these two would be in pattern and q. So this pair is nothing but a tuple, and that will be a part of a mapping, dictionary. So we'll just declare dictionary self dot mappings equal to empty dictionary. Next is highlight block. So highlight block we would implement. Okay, here we would add first the few pattern and for highlighting the simple one, then we'll go with the highlight block. So that will push. So we can say self dot mappings and whatever pattern we want to push. So now I am writing for Python. So probably keywords, that is a good candidate to be placed. So we can say if it is in boundary, and then we can have few keywords, not many, like print, false, true, and then class and def, like this. Import from as, I think it's enough. So this is the and against this we have to place the text format. So text format we will write now. So I would say keyword format equal to q text format. Now keyword format dot set foreground q color. Anything will push, probably it would be a little bit green, so we can say 22 and then AA00. So if it is a keyword and the foreground should be like this, that's it. And here we'd set it as keyword format. We'll do this much only right now. I have a q text char format and set foreground color as the color we have set, and whenever it meets print false, true, class, def, import from as, and then it would apply the keyword format. Now we will have another function called highlighter. Def highlight block it would, this is the syntax of def highlight block, and here will now iterate through the pattern and format. Self dot mappings dot items. So for every pattern that is available in mappings dot items, that we would iterate. So right now it is only one, and whatever match it is getting. So for match in re find iter pattern text. So in text, this pattern, wherever it is matching, that we have to see. If match dot groups, if it is more than groups, if it is more than ones, for I in len match dot groups, now we have start and end equal to match dot span I plus 1. So start end is decided, and then we have to simply call self dot set format start end and the format what we received here. So pattern and format, get all the patterns and format in the dictionary. For each pattern, that is for each matching in the text, then if it is in group, then all groups get the start end and call start end format. Else, if it is not a group, then start end equal to match dot span full. Same thing, self dot set format start end and then format. Okay, so we are done with the highlight block. So this is the highlight block. What is next? Highlight set document. So we'll develop set document. So set document is a slot because set document need to be called from here. Set text document in the text edit will call set document. So set document should be visible. Two things should be visible. Q syntax highlighted derived class 1 and set document should be visible. So it should be a slot. Slot type is Q quick text document. This is what we want to receive, and bool, and then def set document self set document self text document highlight. Now we'll call the actual set document self dot set document. This is actual self document. Self dot set document, and the here I think that is this self set document. This is the highlighter Q highlighter function, and first parameter is the text document that we need to pass. So we'll say text document dot text document. Okay, so whatever text document we are receiving from QML, that class, that is Q text document, and against Q text document there is a function called text document that we need to call, and it is done. That's it. This is the code. Now we have two files. We'll copy now main here, and we'll copy from file IO here. We'll copy syntax highlighter, sorry, regular expression rem here. Now we have so many files. Whatever we wrote now, that is here. We imported RE and Qt core, Qt GUI, Qt quick from Qt quick text document. Here syntax highlighter and text format, Qt and slot, syntax highlighter, okay, so we are calling syntax okay, and now here we are calling the init of the base class. Keep mapping dictionary we initialized. Q text format, set foreground as color. Now mappings, just keyword we have added. Now we have another div, highlight block. Text will receive from QML, and in highlight block we are iterating mappings. For each map in pattern, find the group, find the start and end, and then set the document at the beginning. So now we'll go to main.py, and here from file IO, import file IO, from rem import RE, and from syntax, this is what we have written, highlighter import syntax highlighter, okay, it is in a small case, syntax highlighter, syntax highlighter. We will have an instance here, RE instance equal to RE, and QML register type. For file IO, that side it will become file IO 10 file IO. Now QML register type, here it is syntax highlighter, there it will become syntax highlighter, and class name also will be syntax highlighter. Okay, so syntax highlighter, okay, we are done. Here we'll set in the root context property. Okay, so we are starting, it is QQuick, so we'll say engine dot root context, set context property as RE, that is RE instance. Okay, so we are completely done. We'll try to execute it. Okay, we'll browse through what we have done. One more file we have written, that is syntax highlighter. So this is the new file that we developed now, and it imports Qt core from import slot, syntax highlighter, Qtext format, Qtext, Qedit, init, highlight block. Okay, in Python indentation is highly required. That's it. We'll try to execute it. Python main my text area. Oh, it came. Now we have open and highlight. We'll open a file. We'll open file.io. Okay. Reference error highlight bool is not defined. Highlight bool is not defined. So highlight bool is defined. That would be text area id dot highlight bool text area id dot highlight bool We'll try again. Oh, so this is what we have done. So we can see this highlighting. We placed green color against the some keywords, so it is coming in green. Okay, from Qt core import Q object slot, it is taking Q object also, otherwise class file. Okay, it's not that pretty what we have written, so we'll see. Okay, so syntax highlighting is happening. Now if I right click and say highlight off, okay, it should go away. Actually that is not happening. So what is the problem? Set document text document. If highlight, else nothing, else none or false. Okay, we'll see if it works. If highlight, else none. We'll try again. Open file.io. Okay, there is nothing. Highlight coming, highlight off. So this is the fundamental now. I think this is too small, the file dialog. We'll open another one, rem.py, and we'll say highlight, highlighting, don't highlight. We can add more highlighting. So here it is r print false true class def, and if it is like this, then only it should highlight. That is the idea. We can have more, like for string we can have a highlighter, or if it is a class, really it can be more blue. For string we can add string for we can copy this 3. String format. How string would be? It should be red. So for red, we can have ff or qt dot red. We'll try qt dot red. If it really works, and here it would change now. So what we want here is kind of like this. If it is either double quote and then not double quote plus, and then it is again end with like this. Okay, any double quote, single quote, and not double quote, single quote plus, and then again any double quote, single quote. We can make like this for empty to match, and then it would be string format. We'll try again. We'll open main.py and we'll say highlight. So it is highlighting. Now strings are being highlighted. It is visible now. So strings are also highlighted. We will have kind of one this is main, so runtime it is highlighting, and class. Okay, so it should end here. So this regular expression. Okay, so we'll try again. Start, end. It is number of characters, so it should be end minus start. So we'll see if at least that should. Okay, now we'll highlight. Okay, now it's better, and only keywords are being highlighted. I can say this is main function. So highlighting is being achieved at runtime. You type and highlight is happening. So this is what the required feature is. We can stop the highlighting. Now we'll add, as per the discussion, we'll go to the slides. So we will implement chain of responsibility the way we have said.